Well, greetings. This time I'm playing a slightly very different version of my Survive deck. As you can see, I've put in Haunt, some Death Wishes, More Warriors, I've changed up the deck to fit in Mourntart as well, which goes pretty well with Siegfried and Ethereal.
Lead the Nordling dogs until they beg for mercy. Dwarves! What are they without their armor?
Well, this deck should probably perform badly against Lockdown. I can't really trigger Ethereals or anything, really.
Or four, I never miss, even at full gallop.
That's weird. Not sure if I really want to Penitent now, because it can pull Siegfried. It doesn't seem like I have much choice. I'll first go for this. Yeah, not good, really. I want to fire off this damage, but I still have time. It should work if I just pass. Good. I probably want to draw out a longer round too, so Mourntart gets bigger. Where is Siegfried?
Up to it, knaves! The Vermorlehans detest intruders.
The moon, how bright it shines. Closer come.
I'll purify the beast with Siegfried after they lock it. That seems reasonable. They use the collar and I fetch a Siegfried next.
I shall flog them into submission.
Any can join the Order's ranks, be they peasant, noble, or even witcher.
Well, I'll see whether playing Goliath would be good.
Push on! No mercy!
Well, there's some thrive, 2 points from Beast. They need to make a 6 point technically with Andrew Galarva. Need to make a 6 point play to get ahead. Okay, I'm obviously passing it here. Then have a filter to go along with Mourntart. Okay, that's quite a lot of not really useful cards here. Well, Mata will get me current tier at this point, which can make a copy of Mourntart to increase survivability, but I don't really need Gerald here, and I don't need warriors. They might be a removal bait, but not much else. Strange.
Life is mine now.
I probably start with Neckers, then Warrior, then Mata. Actually no. That would leave me with a useless Mourntart. I have to play Mata next.
Potatoes with thick gravy.
Do not make me beg.
Actually she gets me Geralt now and I'm stupid as... Well... Yeah, that was...
Let the evildoers quake!
Geralt is bad in these situations. Really bad. Like, I can hope that their last card is not a removal. I could opt to play another filter, but what's the point of another filter? Good.
101, 102,
I have literally one unit with order in the whole deck. Okay, that was good. A bit lucky. Like they didn't really need to save recruit for last, they should have saved the removal, but never mind. I previously lost some ranks too. Well, not really ranks because you can't down rank, but I had a streak of playing against second Gwent Skellige. And similar stuff. Like before the patch, the double ball poison Nilfgaard was the deck that was most like, I don't want to play against this, but now
Mead! More mead!
second Gwent Skellige is really bad to play against, and I'd even say that Engine and Northern Realms get like too much stuff, really. Like you need the removal upon the removal to deal with them. I've been thinking maybe Nitrate is better than Regex. Like maybe I should be just playing 2 Nitrates instead of 1 Nitrate and 1 X.
Already? Or need I kill you again?
I think I open with Haunt or Larvas.
You think me defenseless? Think again.
This is bad because now I will have to play something every turn to prevent the larva from dying to bleed, which will prevent me from playing Haunt, so the larva dies. Because units spawned do not trigger Thrive. Imagine having 8 points for 4 provisions.
You cannot hide my judgment.
Good. I will need to consume that foglet.
Your blood will warm my bones.
It shouldn't be a problem to play the whole consume package round 1. As long as it fills up the graveyard.
I fear nothing!
Technically I could play this next turn, consume them both, spawn a lot of rats, but I don't have Siegfried. Can't really set up an Igni on those two.
Burn the homes, fell the trees, anything shiny, plunder!
Hey! Do I see it right? Yes. Card advantage. I mean, even if I won't be able to bleed in round 2, card advantage is good. Because it also entails a last say. You're behind by 1 point and play Heimdall.
Finally!
I mean, yes, they can replay the Heimdall with the ability, but they could have just played the Heimdall the previous turn instead of the 5-point Raider. Like, come on. Okay, so I have Ethereal and budget Ethereal. These guys are actually good for this deck because they create undoomed copies. While Ethereal creates doomed copies, these guys fill up the graveyard much better. Like, even if you play a Siegfried on all the Ethereals, they lose Doomed and fill up the graveyard as well. That's still a bit more complicated. Of course, this is more vulnerable because you need to remove just the one that has an unused order, opposed to having to remove all the Ethereals. Really? Locking the one on the end of the row might not solve the issue. Do I want to replace the Necker? Probably not. I'm drawing Siegfried from Mata. I'll probably want to keep... This is difficult. Should I play Mourntart as last say to avoid more Quark, or should I keep Geralt as last say to remove great swords or whatever?
Out of the ground.
Most likely great swords.
Throw the horns! Clang the gong!
No escape.
Using this probably doesn't make much sense right now. even if they could remove it, they'd at least have to spend removal. This 3 points of damage would be probably best used to remove the Drummond Berserker before they transform into a 6-point bear at 2 points. Hey, I might get an Igni here.
Up and at him, you lazy bastards! You'll sleep when you're dead.
You'll not touch my wee ones. I'll not let you.
It's kind of funny how they get a lot of Veil to go with the villager. And like, even if you don't get Veil, you also have the already mentioned Berserkers. I could remove Harald to get rid of the ping effect, but if I remove Harald, they get to revive him. And thanks to Veil, like technically if you are playing that kind of deck that gives Doomed to stuff before removing, you can't even give Doomed to Harald. Because he has Veil, you would need to first purify Harald, then give him Doomed, and then remove him. Or you could just play Heatwave on a 6-point card. Like, my problem here is that it seems pretty hard to really impair their game plan.
We dance, for young is the night.
Even if I was playing a dedicated control deck. If that random ping didn't land here, I could have gotten an Igni. Like, also, this is another thing I don't like about this Skellige. It has several random damage effects. Damage a random enemy unit, damage a random enemy unit.
No equals.
Like, with all those random effects and great swords only triggering on a single row, it's almost impossible to set up good Ignis against this. Purifying here would be pretty much pointless, I think. It's not bad that this 1-point Ethereal died, because it cleared up space to create more Ethereals. Seriously? I mean, again, random damage, but like, does everyone who plays Skellige just pick up on that deck? Hey, like, come on. At least do some basic maths. I probably want to do this. No better idea here. There's no reason for them to have Heaver. Actually, they can't have Heaver because... yeah. If I get lucky, I might get an Igni. Maybe. If this guy boosts himself by 1.
Look closely, kiddos. I'm my courageous mother.
Did he really do this? I mean, come on, why? Why? Like, of course, they will probably just revive Harald and the Greatsword at the same time.
Damn it.
That will lock me out of ranged. Doesn't matter. I should have probably fetched these larvas much sooner. No wonder why I didn't, but...
Treason! Turncoats! Rats!
I don't need anything that needs consuming. This is a death wish I do not want to trigger at the moment. Nitrate is just bad. Kikimor Warrior could potentially clear up some of the damage that Ethereal's and Regalarvas would only get to... you know what, I'm picking this. I probably could have did this earlier. I mean, theoretically, if I had 2 filters, I could opt to use the second filter on a Kikimor Warrior, but it doesn't really sound that valuable. Like, on the filter, the Zeal is like 5 points of worse. At least 5 points of worse. If you consider that a 7-point card should have 8 points of value. Because I mean, if a 4-point card can have 8 points of value, why should a 7-point card have, I don't know, much less?
The hallowed flame guides my heart. The hallowed flame guides my arm.
This will probably not be enough. At least I didn't get more Quark.
They wouldn't dare cross me!
It doesn't matter what you do against this deck, unless you are playing some banish heavy strategy. You can't really outvalue this Greatsword revival. Why would I give GG to a second wind Skellige? Come on. There was this one time when I accidentally, like, I tend to give GGs always, almost always, lately. And I automatically clicked GG against the second wind Skellige and I kind of regretted that. I mean, between the Karak Marine card, that's easy 7 points for 4 resources, and the Drummond Villagers or the Raider with Veil.
Humans, you're all the same.
There are too many 4-point cards which generate almost the same value as 7-point cards. Like for example Night Raid, you need to consume the Night Raid to get actually 7 points out of it. You don't just slam it in there and that's it. Guerrilla tactics. Might be something like the shear deck I have. It might be a completely different movement strategy. It might not even really have much to do with moving units. If I open with a warrior, they will most likely kill the warrior. Like among cards I did not put into this deck is the Bomb Weaver, because I often found myself using it on Svalbard Totem, which, while it is a 8-point play for 5 resources, it's situational and much worse than when I used it against Masquerade Ball like every second game. Possibly. I have Siegfried for purify purposes.
Dance! Dance! Dance with my death! We're the best regiment in the whole plowing north!
Actually, I could have spawned an Ethereal with Garantir, and I could have thought about purifying this sooner. I want to play a long round 2, but I may not be able to play a long round 2 this way. At this rate I will not have good Mourntart set up. I will literally have 4 units in the yard from this.
You waiting around hoping I'll croak, you badger!
I shall never be alone again.
I need to fill up the graveyard. It's a higher priority.
The Order brings succor and demands no pay for it.
Also at this point I might get they might mistake me for a renewal deck which revives Ethereal and so on. I have a decent 15 units in here. Okay, no longer Bomb Heaver will be an issue. I can still play Karantir with the Beast for probably better value than the Phantom. I don't really need this 2-card combination anymore. I mean, Vargas is still probably better. Penitent would have nothing to summon. Thus, Mata gets me Goliath, so I should probably fetch Andrega Larva with Decree. We won't need warriors. At this point, warriors. I could fill up my graveyard with having a warrior consume the old warrior all over again. But that can be easily countered. I'll try to open with Necros. Like this could potentially give me some points. Well, if I play the warrior now, they could just move it. Technically, if I played the Larvas and the Miliaro, they could not get realistically killed next turn because of the armor. Like, he can move this here, so it dies. I don't think that's a great expenditure of charges.
Do not make me beg.
This may be a trap-based deck, or a gourd deck, maybe. Some specials, some dwarves. This doesn't really fit. what I think it is, but it's there. What did they banish? I wonder. Hound is still there. I'd really like to know what they banished, because it kind of tells me some things about what they expect me to be playing and such. I don't see Andregas there.
Appearances can be
They
deceiving.
banished the single Andrega that was destroyed, probably. Which is strange. Definitely. Oh. Actually, I might have played that Goliath first. Like, the charm with playing Karantir with the beast like this is that one is odd and one is even, so they don't stop boosting themselves. Because, for example, if you have only one beast, and the tallest unit is 11, the beast will go to 12 and then stop boosting, but this way there will always be one beast that will be 1 point over the other, and so they'll end up boosting themselves every turn, unless removed or locked or something.
Slaughter them to a man!
Hey, fog damage is the lowest unit? Yeah, frost damage is the highest unit now. They changed that.
Peace with humans? I buy that!
A very awesome way to generate value. I don't think I've seen any big plays so far. I don't even think it is a Shiro deck because of these guys. If it was Shiro, then they will be hitting their own units a lot.
Dryhead Sparley! Alright, that's no problem.
Okay, I guess. Actually, I might want to use Barghest and Goliath and... okay, no more.
Let's get this over with.
Good. At the very least I'm getting an Ignius. I should be happy
Not your
about
lucky
that.
day.
I don't know, should I consume anything with Barghest? Probably not. I thought they were changing this. Maybe they changed the other Saskia? Probably. Okay. Actually, I could have consumed that sooner for an extra point. So, well, against conventional decks, this should be able to win. Against second Wind Skelligate, will lose 90% of the time, of course, but it's an interesting deck, a mashup of different tactics, you could say. Not really tactics, because that's a card type. But yes. And thanks for watching.